Hi, my name's Fiona Jeffries and I'm owner of DevaWorks, and I'm here to talk to you today about the 4 things you have to know to be able to select the best exhibition stand space. And this is a bit of a secret. This is all the good stuff that the show organisers won't tell you. Okay, so let's dive in. So firstly, look, number one, you've got to get in early. This is a trade show that's happening later this year in November. My client came to me and said, "Hey, this is our floor plan options." You can see a lot of crosses there. So they were a little behind the times getting in and really getting the best spaces. So we were challenged in what we could do. We've ended up with the stand space down here near the catering. So all is not lost. It's not time to throw yourself off the nearest cliff, but certainly if you can get in early and get some of those great locations, it will certainly help. And I'll share with you probably in December about what we did with the stand space here for my client to really get them great exposure. Okay, I talk a lot about objectives in my writing and also my presentations about how important it is to be really clear about what you want to do at the exhibitions. What are you setting out to achieve? So really, you need to decide what you want to display at an exhibition. In this case, Siemens decided that they had a lot of equipment that they wanted to show. So we have a lot of signalling equipment, we've got a lot of track maintenance type of material here. This was at an Osrail event last year in 2011. And they really needed a large stand space. In this case, it was 6 by 12 to be able to showcase all their different componentry. But there's other times where, sometimes you need just a small space. And for vital diagnostics, they just needed a small podium to display some of their equipment and some large-scale light boxes where they could talk about some of their products. So they didn't need a huge stand. Really, it comes down to knowing what you want to do and what you want to achieve at a show. Number 3, here's a decision that you need to make as well. You need to decide if you want an island or a stand with walls. So in the case of an island, what that typically is that you're allowed open space on all 4 sides, and you can put in some walls, but you're not allowed to completely block off all walls. So these are great stands if you want to, draw visitors in from all sides. And then there's other times where, again, this is the same client, Tees, and their same stand kit, just used in a different orientation. There's other times, and this was at Osrail last year as well, same as the Siemens stand, where you need a complete back wall. So on the other side of that wall would be another exhibitor, and it just gives you an indication between this stand where you've got a complete back wall, so you've got a larger exposure, or you break up your walls so you separate them and allow access all around. So that really helps if you can identify how you want your stand laid out as well, and that will help point you in the direction of whether you need an island stand or whether you need a stand with some walls. Okay, now comes into the juicy stuff. Now you want to snare the best spot for you and your company where you're exhibiting. So do you want to be near the entry? In this floor plan, here's the exhibitor entry down here, and these are really the key stands that'll be near the entry point as soon as people walk in. Siemens at an event in August decided, yep, that's exactly where they wanted to be. They wanted to be front and centre at this entry location. So boom, look at that, big banner. As soon as you walk in, that's what you would see. Big Siemens banner above the stand, and here's all the Siemens equipment laid out, ready for people to interact with. Now this is another stand layout. In this case there were 2 entry points. There was one for trade visitors and there was also one for delegates. So this was really this was going to be judged to be more of a traffic area because people would be coming to and from sessions rather than the trade visitors that would be just coming every now and then. So between sessions, this was really going to be a key location. And in this case, my client really decided to, even though they had some challenging issues with this different ceiling height, where it was only about 5 metres here and then went up to about 10 metres here, they decided this is really where they wanted to be to get the best exposure. So we did a banner that you can't see here that would expose them to the rest of the hall, but we made sure through large light boxes and networking areas here that they were able to grab people as they went by from the conference sessions. Another great location that you can try and pick up on if you can't get near those key entry areas like here and here is the catering area. For Pacific 2012, a lot of hungry delegates making their way to the catering area here had to pass by the stand where Siemens had secured, and they were able to put their e-chopper on that really hot corner near where delegates were going to enter the catering area. And this was a huge success for them. They had to end up putting on 2 of their staff members to just be near the e-chopper continuously throughout the exhibition so they could answer all the questions of people making their way into the catering zone. So don't discount, like if you can't get near that entry area, I would also suggest looking at where the catering is, because that's where people are always going to congregate. I hope that's given you some ideas and some pointers about how to choose the best location. Don't be pushed into making decisions or choosing spots that you don't feel right with you because the organisers have to sell that space. Stick to your guns, try and negotiate the best position possible, because really you're paying the money. You really want to get the best bang for your buck. I hope that's helped you, and if you've got any queries, head over to the DivaWorks website. There's a contact page there and I'd be happy to answer any of your queries. Bye for now.